welcome to The Mouth of Truth, the live stream from behind the scenes of Ren, the Girl with the Mark. I'm Neil Oseman, the showrunner of Season 3, which has just premiered here on YouTube. If you haven't seen the first episode, what on earth are you doing here? Get over and watch it, and then come back and join us, because there will be spoilers in tonight's show. Well, it feels like forever since we did one of these live streams. Hello, everyone watching. We've got our regular there, JHGK98. Hello to you. Hello to Serendipity. Hello to I Love My Captain. I wonder who their captain is. And hello to Helen. Helen, who plays Sol there in the series, of course, and to everyone else watching, thank you so much for being part of the Ren audience and for joining us on this behind the scenes live stream. I am, without further ado, going to bring in our special guests for tonight. Hello. Hey, Florian, hello. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, so my name is Florian and I play Thomas Featherwell Rye.
Brilliant. And Alan?
And I'm Alan, and I directed episode 1.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully everyone enjoyed episode 1. Please put your comments into the chat and any questions you may have for these guys. Captain is Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly. Okay, well, it's a good time to be a Firefly fan, I believe. Not a show I ever got into, but I need to at some point. Cool. So let's get started. Ren, episode 1 of season 3, directed by Mr. Alan Hay here. Alan, do you want to just tell us a bit about your background and what your involvement with Ren prior to this was?
Yeah, so I played Torbury in season 1, and if I remember from conversations back then, Torbury was a relatively late addition to the script after a later revision. So others had already been cast before I auditioned. I remember auditioning whilst I was at the Edinburgh Festival that year, and we started shooting just a few weeks after that. So that's when I got involved right from the very start, and so I had a fantastic time on set there, and then I've just been lurking around for the intervening years, and then when season 2 came along, I was invited to help on the other side of the camera as a third AD, so looking after our wonderful team of extras in where extras were needed in season 2. And then that led to a conversation with Neil, where Neil offered me the chance to direct an episode in season 3, and it's been a very exciting journey.
Fantastic. Well, I've just seen a couple more comments coming in here. We've got hello from Italy, from Partners in Dub, who they've been dubbing the previous seasons into Italian for us. You can find those on YouTube, actually, seasons 1 and 2, if you want to see them in Italian, and they will be doing the same for season 3 in due course. So thanks so much to them for doing that. By the way, we've also got, I think, German and Mandarin subtitles are up already for season 3, and some other languages are coming, and those are human-made subtitles. So hopefully those are good for you if your English isn't your first language. Miss Torbury I misread that comment from Serendipity. It says, Miss Torbury every day, bring him back. Well, we'll see what we can do. For a moment, I thought it was Miss Torbury, as in perhaps Torbury's daughter, or coming on the stream there. We've got Christopher Buckingham joining us. Christopher Buckingham was heavily involved in season 2, doing B camera stuff and drone stuff, and did some drone shots for episode 3 this season as well. We've got a question from him for Alan. Perhaps I'll come to that a little bit later. And Eva's joining us from Germany as well. Hello to you in Germany, and thanks. Eva did our German subtitles, in fact, so thanks to her for that. So JHGK98 says, may I just say that Florian Hencher was brilliant this season. Last season Richard Zeman stole the show, this time Florian did. Great job, everyone. How do you feel about that, Florian?
That's a really lovely compliment. Thank you very much. Thank you. I've had to wait a pretty long time to finally get fully into this show with you and with all the rest of the cast. So it was lovely to get that kind of feedback. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, so you were cast back in early 2023 for season 2, right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah. So yeah, I came in at the end of I came in for the end of season 2, which was a great day at the castle where we shot the staircase scene, and it was then pretty much a huge gap after that to come back in to complete season 3. So it was a lot of the difficult thing was trying to keep my image the same, Neil, because obviously you're doing other projects in between, and then as obviously we had to have a bit of a hair change, and then Karina managed to save the character's aesthetic with a beautiful wig. So that was probably the hardest thing, was just trying to maintain the continuity of the character in between. But it was a lot of fun, and I'm really glad we managed to do it. So
fantastic. And hello to Tom, who's joined us in the chat there. Aki Stig, good evening. Good evening to you. He does all our stunt falls throughout the show, so good to see him there. And so let's go to Christopher Buckingham's question for Alan, which was, what was your biggest influence when directing?
Well, I think one of the things that's prominent in episode 1 is dialogue, and I've directed for stage before with dialogue heavy scenes, so I kind of connected back into some of the work that I've done there, both as an actor and as a director, and also just thinking about how to keep the pace of dialogue heavy scenes and pulling it all together. So yeah, I think I drew quite a bit from some of the work that I have been involved in or seen on stage, actually, to kind of judge how to piece that kind of dialogue heavy stuff together.
Well, that's kind of feeds into the question I was going to ask about. When you first read the script and first started really getting into it and thinking about how you were going to direct it, what were the things that stood out to you as, okay, I really need to make sure I bring this out, or this is going to be very difficult to judge. What stood out to you?
Yeah, so connecting into the dialogue stuff, there are certain moments in that dialogue which you've really got to kind of land the really important pieces of information along with the color that kind of frames them. So I mean, telling that, allowing those to land in the pace of the dialogue and visually, that was it was clearly going to be quite important to get that right. But also, of course, we're introducing 2 new characters. So there was the additions, the casting, and introducing them to the narrative, and their first scenes are in episode 1. So there was quite a lot of important things to land from multiple different perspectives, because it sets up the later involvement that they have in the series. So lots of interesting things.
There's a lot of setup, definitely, for the rest of the season, and quite a lot of collaboration with Joe and Mark, who directed episodes 3 and 5.
Absolutely, we were all involved in the casting and making sure we're selecting people that fitted the full arc of the series. So yeah, we were trying our best to come at it with a single head and making those decisions jointly.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's have a watch through now. I know everyone's just watched episode 1. We're going to watch through it again and do our little commentary, have a little live chat over it. So feel free to jump in, Alan and Florian, with any memories or observations you might have.
Nice. These are season 1 snippets. Great to see them again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's I love the special effects on that, Neil. Incredible.
Thank you.
And that scene, the color grading on this is absolutely beautiful as well. This is incredible. And I can't believe that was the same space that we built the castle in, wasn't it?
Yeah, all
Yeah,
built in.
exactly the same barn, just redressed heavily, but very
Incredible.
effective. And that was another important thing, actually, because all of these events happen just before we pick up, and it's easy to forget that because so much time elapsed between our shooting it. But this is running straight in, so we had to think about, where the characters are at this moment. Yeah.
Neil, I was trying so hard when I did this walk. I just remember, don't fall down the stairs. Don't fall down the stairs.
And I remember debate, which hand did you hold up? Was it the left one? Was it the right one? How was it? How did we match it?
Yeah.
We had the end of season 2 on a laptop or something, didn't we? That we were referring to. So
I think it was my phone, and we were just trying to match it as best we can. But yeah, I think we did quite a good job.
Oh, look at Ori. She looks absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Oh, this was great. It was really beautiful doing that scene though, because that was obviously my first ever scene working on Ren, and then getting to revisit that. And
we did have to reshoot it. It's worth highlighting. We did have to reshoot it because there was a change in the script from what was originally shot, and so we did go back and redo the whole reveal down the stairs was all redone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sophie Black directed it the first time round, because of course she did the last episode of season 2, and then we went straight into shooting the first scene for season 3, thinking we were being very clever, getting ahead of time and getting that in the can and saving us having to go back to Staffordshire, which is where this location is. But
just to do it again anyway.
yeah.
How was it? How did you find it having to reset? Like the technical side of it, like the lighting and the placement of the cameras to mirror what we'd already shot, or were we able to just kind of let that go because you were kind of restarting it?
No, I think we managed to match it pretty closely. Yeah. We had Jeremy along, so the same gaffer. So yeah, between us, I think we remembered where all the lights were. Yeah, I think there was a bit of back and forth on which lens to use for the crane up shot, but
the light coming through the staircase though is just stunning.
Indeed, there he is.
Yeah.
A little fun fact: the candles on the end of the staircase there actually rolled up bits of paper with the flames added in post.
And we're just going to catch sight of one of my favourite moments: the fire, which is in fact on a widescreen television running in the background.
I couldn't believe that. Honestly, it looks so good as well. When I first saw that, I was like, is that gonna? Yeah, that was incredible, and the glow it's giving as well. That room is incredible. That's in the bedroom, isn't it? In the archive that was built, it's kind of meant to simulate being up those stairs, isn't it? In that.
So that room, physically, it was in the long kind of the space in the next to the main barn.
Yeah, it's in the medieval
barn. Yeah, season 2 was built the pub scene and everything. This is the other end of that. So. Very cool.
These credits, these are just amazing work.
Awesome.
I didn't even notice it was redone. You guys matched it flawlessly. Serendipity saying, well, thank you.
And that's some great CGI work there to take Colchester Castle into the scenes flawlessly.
Yeah, that was stunning. Seeing that, having shot in the castle, you obviously get a real impression of the space, and when you see it in the film, in the series like that, it just looks. It looks so magical.
Nice work. This is interesting. This is the first chance Ren gets to really see her marks, because she's only ever seen her reflection in water before. So it was a little moment there. And our second character being introduced to Maya.
Yeah.
Played by the wonderful Emma Robson, who had actually been one of our assistant directors the previous year.
Yeah, because the episodes 2 and 4 were shot the previous year, and so those already existed before episodes 1, 3, and 5 were shot. So yeah.
Yes, serendipity. Ren finally got a bath. Thank goodness for that.
She's been walking around with that pig mess in her face ever since, hasn't she?
All the people Lord Montfort killed.
Oh, the scene is such a beautiful scene.
And from
Yeah.
the evil of the spirits can heal as well.
Oh,
I've seen
Really good.
things.
And yeah,
And the four
yeah. I
poster
mean,
bed is
Ash did such a great job with the set dressing and
Yeah.
the attention to detail in there. But there's debates about how much the candles need to have burned in each scene, and there was a range of different length candles ready to sub in depending on exactly when it was. So yeah, kudos there.
Family have served the Ryan his
Yeah, the four poster bed is one nice carved wooden post and 3 cardboard carpet roll inner tubes draped with fabric.
He's a good man, so he is.
Indeed. And the first proper costume change that Ren gets.
Yeah, the first of many for the season.
yeah. Thomas took care of her. She, yeah.
You have seen my little collection.
So this was in Colchester. This was their first.
Oh.
Not the first thing we shot, but the first thing that's in the episode that was actually shot in Colchester Castle.
Also has some
Alan, I have the funniest memory of blocking this scene with you, and Ori does not let me live it down. Do you not remember when we were trying to work out how to open this in rehearsal?
Oh God, yeah.
So I just did a gesture with my hand, and Alan just goes, I don't really know what you're doing. And then Ori just left.
Yeah. It took her quite some time to get her breath back. That was a big laugh. I don't know
I
what
thought
you're
it was
doing.
more like a magical opening, like he's sort of commanding it. Yeah, never mind. Oh, it's stunning though, really amazing. That was such a fun shoot that weekend we spent here.
All these different little like cutaways of different parts of the castle. Although it looks like they're all together, they're in opposite corners. And this one's in the very deep basement of it. So we had to find all these nooks and crannies to make this secret passage.
We were literally on our hands and knees to
Yeah.
start the shot until we heard action, and then it ascended, and then we were able to sort of get and taller as the. Oh, this is. Oh, I love
Yeah,
this.
it's
I
the
remember the first time.
wonderful archive scene that this was a full 360 set and beautiful piece of art direction here, and yeah, great space to work in. Again, this is in the barn.
Yeah, it's amazing to think that set was built over only about 5 weeks, and mostly just working at weekends and certain evenings.
And I think that the one thing everyone said when they first saw it is, "Oh, it's so much larger than I was expecting." And I think that was we had these drawings, these kind of concept drawings, but when you were actually there and saw the scale of it, it was really impressive.
I mean, look at that. All the details in the background. There was not a thing missed. And because I was, his character is a collector, and everything that is mentioned in the script and more features in every corner of these shots and in the room.
Yeah, there's so much attention to detail, and we could only show so much, but I'm sure there's so much more we could have. There's lots and lots of stills, isn't there? So all the details available somewhere.
And yeah, lots more material in this set coming up later in the season as well. So we definitely made the most of it. But yeah, all the props that had to be found and modified or made from scratch. The painting that you can see a little bit in the background that we'll go to properly in a minute was all designed and made digitally by an artist called Karine Sawan, and then Ash had that printed out and sort of painted over bits of it, or Brian, he painted over bits of it and glazed it with glue, I think, possibly in places and things to make it look like a real painting.
Yeah, it looks so effective. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, stunning. I love that shot. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Where Lord Montfort of Dalmouth and the 12 families took their final stand against the
and all the wood paneling as well that went onto this
Yeah.
set. It's
And I
all-
remember some of the panels were removable, so you could stick a camera in, and some of them weren't, and some walls could be moved.
Yes. Yeah. I remember when we wrapped and we were going to do one more shot, and that entire wall got pulled out, and it was
Yeah, this shot because it was
yeah.
the cameras where the painting is, so we had to take the whole wall away just to get that angle. Yeah.
Canat's glorious victory.
Yeah, I think that was the last shot of the
52nd.
Of a very long day.
very long day. Yeah.
What was that? 12? Was it 12 pages we did that day?
Yeah.
It was 12 hours, over 12 hours. I think it was 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. we did that day.
Okay, first the flashbacks. So eagle-eyed viewers will have spotted that as footage from season 2.
Even the Mari Rai were incredibly long-lived.
Again, great costumes, all dressed up here.
I love that the cart made it into the paintings as serendipity.
Yeah, the famous cart. There we go. This is the Thorrington Theatre scene, yeah.
It's all done with a GoPro on the end of a boom pole.
GoPro on a stick.
Yeah.
But yeah, great work in post-production here, Neil, because that was an interesting one.
Gosh, that is incredible. That is such a really beautiful work. And the eyes as well. This is and the skin. Neil, did you do all of this? This was all your CGI one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Incredible.
stunning.
Yeah, good fun doing it.
Mm.
And then we've got the banner, and it's the same banner. Wow, what does it mean?
What does it mean? That was
Christopher Buckingham saying the cart needs its own IMDb entry.
Yes, it does. It's been in a lot of stuff actually. That cart.
Ren the girl with a mark.
In fact, the guy who made that cart also built the set for the show I'm working on at the moment. I'm at the theatre at the moment. So yeah.
This is all very impressive, but I didn't come here to learn about the Mari. I came here to get it out of me.
The first new Mari in a century. I would reject that honor.
Can you do it? Because if not, I thank you
Yes,
for your
Tom, the
hospitality.
bed is almost as real as Tony the Phony Pony. Yeah.
There you go. And this, although it may look like this is a cutaway, this is actually all built onto the same set. So this is all one big construction.
We had some fun getting that curtain to draw back far enough, didn't we?
Yes.
It's trying to get the poise of the character and the smoothness of him, but then battling the technical side of actually getting the. I think because didn't we have somebody actually pull the curtain open?
I think Ash was there holding it back.
So we helped, so he was able to.
Yeah, because it did have a working drawstring pull, but it didn't pull it far enough for the shot that we needed.
These diagrams here.
And this book was all designed and made by Ash, which is an amazing piece of work.
Pages and pages and pages of all these intricate writing and diagrams, just for that, the briefest moments of turning the page, but it just brings the whole thing to life. Very much so.
Beneath Yardave's tears shall they be riven.
And this was the end of the long day. Both actors would have been very tired at this point, but they're still on it, and there's some great stuff here.
Rooker Hale.
Yeah, it was a very long shoot day. It was the first day as well. It was the first day on set, wasn't it? We did this.
Yeah, I think it was your first day. I think.
Yeah.
We'd done the Sandon Hall, so we done.
Yeah, we had.
Yeah.
Slightly easier.
And then, that was. I remember this scene particularly was one of the most challenging because of how much context we're building for the character. And I remember for Thomas, Ori said to me, it is like a history lesson for a fictional character, because he has this knowledge coming into a series later. You know, all the other characters are established, but this character in particular, he has all this historical knowledge coming in later. So I had to really know the words of these, you know, this fictional universe, because, you know, he having these possessions, he's going to have that knowledge. And that was the most challenging thing I experienced with that scene.
Yeah, you had a lot of facts to learn, and then they were coming quick fire, bang, 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 as part of big chunks of dialogue. So that was hard. So nice one.
Yeah.
Caleb Duck 100 saying, I realise it's a story and the plot needs to run and characters need to have growth, but does anyone else want to scream at Ren for wanting to get rid of the spirit? Interesting.
No, because I wanted it.
Yeah, I mean, this was something that we did. I mean, you know, jokes aside, it's you have to remember that this is all, you know, it's been 10 years for us, but it's only been a couple of weeks for Ren, and so this is all very fresh, and she hasn't had much time to process this. She's been running for her life essentially. So, yeah, it's hard. It's easy to forget about what the character would actually be feeling in that context, and yeah, it's a short period of time in her world.
Yeah. Thomas wanting to take the spirit was the biggest red flag, says Serendipity. And Achy Stig's asking, does the writing have a full font / alphabet, and does it say specific bits, or is it just a lorem ipsum or a takeaway menu like I've seen done on another show? Well, there is a whole alphabet. And in fact, on Instagram in a couple of days, we're going to post some close-ups of the spell book, along with the little transliteration, the sort of the code that you can use if you wish. You can decipher the spell book and find out exactly what it says. So have fun with that. So Florian, what was it like? Because so much of this episode is a two-hander between you and Oriana. What was it like, working with her?
She's incredible. She's incredible to work with. Not only is she, spiritually uplifting, if that's the right word, her personality is infectious, and so having that bond with her prior, which was what was great, that we had that prior scene at the end of season 2. I got to really know Orion and build a friendship with her. So when we came in to do this scene, we both very much knew the characters and what their relationship was going to be in this moment. But alongside that, just she is so professional, but she's so empathetic, because it's such a heavy scene. There was many moments where I was like my brain is not braining right now, because of trying to get, you're trying to technically be on point, and you're also trying to get the lines right, and you're, working with a really big costume. And Ori just took my hands in this moment, and she just said, "You have got this. You love this, and this is what you're passionate about." And that is an amazing scene partner to work with, who has your back. And not only that, she was just, she's so in the character that she's so easy to bounce off. And it's an incredible experience. And I think that's what every actor wants when they get to do so many scenes with an actor. As you said, a lot of my time in Ren was with Ori. So, it was a friendship that blossomed out of a professional relationship. And had it not been so positive, I don't think it would have gone so well. So, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, we all love working with Oriana, and hopefully she'll join us for one of these live streams a little bit later in the season. How did you find working with her, Alan?
Oh, it was an absolute dream. She was on it from the first take. There was never a worry. It's like, okay, yeah, this person knows what they're doing. Yeah, delight to work with.
Oh. I'm going to just run a little slideshow of some of the photos from this episode in the background. So that's Sandon Hall.
I think that's me and Ash with the same memo for which shirt to wear.
Yeah, you got the memo that day. Those are our wonderful ADs, Sheetal and Amelia, planning the day, the next days. So Florian, you had many amazing looks throughout this season. Do you have a favourite?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, obviously, the first costume that was custom made by Suzanne and designed, I should say, by Suzanne. I think a lot of thought went into that costume in particular that's on the screen now. So that and the colours and the opulence of it, and there's some small details in there as well, like the brooch, that give you a nod to his character and his history, which I really loved. But then, Neil, you can't beat that giant gold cloak. It gave, and what I love as well is as the character evolves, the costumes they evolve with him. And when the audience get to watch those episodes, you'll see why I love that cloak so much. So I'd probably say the gold cloak and my opening costume. Yeah.
Nice. JHGK.
There we go.
Oh yeah. Always got to find a spot for some impromptu photos.
Well, that was the bedroom set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we were so lucky to be based at this farm that had a medieval barn with arrow slit windows. It just looked castle-y straight away, so we made full use of that. And you'll see another scene that makes even more use of it in episode 3.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I had a day off when you shot this scene.
Yes.
And the last time I was in there, we were doing the stunt rehearsals for the stunt choreography, and so it was just a barn when I last saw it, and then I came in the day after and I saw this. It was just incredible. It was amazing.
Yeah, great work by Ash.
Yeah. I mean, it was every detail. I remember seeing Ash outside collecting gravel and weeds just to make the floor of some of the scenes have the natural texture of what it would have been. It was just every detail was thought about.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember seeing this room for the first time as well. I think I saw it when it was in construction and we did a table read. And then we got to do some blocking in there when it was just scaffolding. And then on the first day of shooting, when I saw this, I think we filmed the reaction for my vlog because we all had a vlog day. And then, that was not my reaction. It was a little bit more impressed than that.
So these photos are by John Christian Jacks, who's in the chat at the moment. Hi to you, John Christian, Dreamlight Pics.
Lovely man. Had a lovely time working with him.
And we've also seen some photos by Ivana Chiuranu, who's our makeup designer's daughter, who helps with the makeup and then comes along.
Oh yes, yes, I did. She did help with behind the scenes.
Serendipities says, we've been talking a lot about the challenges. What was the easiest scene to shoot this episode? That's a good question.
Oh, that is a great question. Okay. The easiest scene to shoot in this episode. Oh, Neil, you've caught me there.
What do you think, Alan? Have you got any
Technically speaking, the one that we did fastest with the fewest amount of takes was the in Colchester Castle just after they go into the secret passage, and we've just got a little. It's actually coming out of what originally was a medieval toilet you guys were working out of, and then they just walk past the camera. So we didn't have much time to do it. We managed to get there, locked it in a couple of takes, and moved on. So technically speaking, that was the easiest one because there was no dialogue.
Yeah, I'd have to say the transitional scenes as well. That was the easiest. But even the details, even in transitional scenes, were incredible because it was just the way the shadows and movement happens. Everything was thought about. But in terms of me as the actor, I would have to agree with Alan. The what was required of us in the transitional scenes, like these ones here, they were the easiest to shoot. But everything we shot in the archive, which was the set, the majestic set that you just saw, that required a lot of focus and being this scene, I'd say, is one of the easiest to sing. But do you remember, Neil, it was the shadow? No, that was actually season 3. I'm not going to say anything about that yet.
No, different episode.
No, I'm not.
Oh, the shadow. Yeah. But yeah,
I
so
love
this,
this.
yeah.
This is incredible.
So this is, even when we go on location, the art department have stuff to do, because this wood panelled wall was installed by them with the secret door in it, which they had to do very, very quickly while we're all, trying to shoot general views of the outside of the castle or walking through the secret passage, and Steph's trying to hurry them along and go, can we start shooting?
Yeah, because we could only start, because it's a museum in the daytime, we can only even start redressing things after that closed, which was like 6 p.m. or something. So all of that had to be done in a very tight timeline, and the art department had to build all of that stuff, all of that secret panel, everything, in that very tight space of time. So again, biggest of kudos.
Yeah, and the statue was made by the art department. Yeah, I think, it might have been Alex Finn that sculpted the Nerith bust. I hope I've got that right, but certainly one of the art department. Yeah. And then this is an outdoor theatre in Suffolk called Thorrington Theatre.
Which was tricky to find. It was a bit of a mission to find it.
Did the theatre look like this?
Yeah.
Just as you find it? That's incredible.
Basically, yeah. We we looked at different kind of amphitheatres, and we really liked the sort of the immersed in nature kind of feel of this one. Seemed right for the Mari Rai.
Wow, the trees as well. That's amazing.
Yeah. And there was another question. Oh yeah, JHGK98 saying, Florian, last season you spoke about your own fantasy show. Any news on that? Is it going forward?
Wow, what a good memory. Wow. Well, yes, the show is written, but we're in the I've currently paused that because I'm working on a historical drama, which will be happening a lot sooner because I'm working with a streaming site. So I think Neil, am I allowed to talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm working with Your Flix, which are a streaming site. So everything, my personal projects have kind of been put on hold because of working on this. So these projects you're going to see a lot sooner because they're being brought by the streaming site and not being personally funded by myself. So that show is going to be about Voltaire. So he's a Parisian author. If you don't know who he is. So I've got some really dramatic lighting going on right now because I'm in a castle, literally. See the window frame. So that's my project that's taken over at the moment. But the last fantasy series that I was working on, which was the Oakland Chronicles, that took a break because where I was at with that, as you can see with Ren, how much has to go into a fantasy series to make it great. It's not something you can do on a whim. So we did 7 days of filming, and then I realized at that point I wanted to take some more time to develop the script. And I was then working with the publisher to get the script published. Well, I was writing the book, actually. So I'm 4 chapters into writing the book. And then we backtracked, and then I can't say too much yet. I need to I'm trying not to give too much away, but there is talks of it being brought back to life. So that's all I'll say on that now. But feel free to drop me a message on Instagram and I'll give you guys more of an update over there.
Nice. Alan, have you got anything coming up that you want to plug while we're here?
Goodness. For those who are in Cambridge, I'm doing some theatre for the first time in a long time in June. Production of Come From Away at the ADC Theatre, which Kate is also in, and many of you will know Kate as one of the creators of Ren. So if you're in Cambridge or want to come to Cambridge, do that. And I've got a couple of film projects later in the year in October. So I'm keeping busy.
Fantastic. And just to quickly answer Christopher's question about location scouting, we a lot of it is done online because even the cost of traveling to do a location recce, on our kind of budget, you don't want to sort of travel somewhere to recce it until you're reasonably sure it's going to work, and it's going to whatever fee they're going to charge is going to be possible within our tight budget. So a lot of it's just searching for things online and seeing, that was the case with Thorrington Theatre, just seeing an image of it and going, oh, that looks right. And of course, we did go and see Colchester Castle, Alan, didn't we? A good few months before the filming.
Yeah, I tried to find all these nooks and crannies and taking lots of photographs and tried to figure out which of the nooks and crannies are going to work in which order and which director gets to use which nook and cranny for their episode. It was all quite a planning exercise.
Yeah. Google Images, Street View, yes, all that kind of stuff. Eggy Stig, absolutely. Right, so we're coming up to 6 o'clock, so I think we will wrap it up. But just would both of you, Alan and Florian, like to give any hints about a favourite moment that's still to come in the season? You know, without giving away any spoilers of where any.
Well, both of the characters you met in the first episode, Jaggery and Umaya, have got lots to do in the series, which you'll see. But I think there's a moment involving Umaya in the second episode, which I think is one of the wonderful little moments of the series. So look forward to that one.
That's
in the third episode.
The third episode, yeah.
I would say personal favourite is episode 3. That is my favourite. So without giving anything away, there's just a lot of plot twists unfolding in that episode that I personally love. And as an actor, I had a lot of fun in that episode. So there you go. I promise Neil I won't give anything away, so that's I'm drawing the line there.
Well done. And by the way, there's going to be a chance for anyone in or near London. There'll be a chance to see episodes 1 and 2 on a big screen at MCM Comic Con's live stage on Saturday the 23rd of May. Followed by a Q&A with the cast and the directors. Florian's going to be there. I believe Alan's going to be there. Yep. That'll be a nice chance to meet some of you and take some more questions and things. And we also know at this point that episode 3 is going to be screening at Die Serial, which is a German festival of digital series. In June. There's a couple of things coming up for it, and it's been it's an official selection of that festival. So we look forward to seeing if we're nominated for any awards at that one. So thanks everyone for joining us tonight. We will be back same time next week, so 5 p.m. British Summer Time next Saturday, the 11th of April. Episode 2 will come out, and again followed by a live stream. Someone asked in the chat, yes, there will be one after every episode, and we'll be joined on the live stream next time by director Charisse Griffiths and actor Lisa Garnagina, and maybe someone else as well. We're just sort of waiting for that to be firmed up. So we look forward to seeing you then. Well, thank you so much, Alan and Florian, for joining me.
Been fun.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks to everyone in the chat for watching and taking part, and see you all next week. Bye.